don't believe in anything. Human beings in a mind. What's a mind to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? Human beings in a mind. What's a mind to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? Human beings in a mind. What's a mind to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? Human beings in a mind. What's a mind to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything?
Good afternoon, New Zealand time, and welcome to session 2 of the 2024 Oceania Weightlifting Championships. This is the men's 49, 55 and 61 kilo division. Big lineup. Go to the main platform. They are just standing to the front of the platform.
Kilogram category representing New Guinea, Lawrence
Rella representing Papua New Guinea.
In the 49 kilo category. In the 55 kilogram category, competing in both senior and junior competition, representing Papua New Guinea, Peter Dora. Also representing Papua New Guinea in the senior competition, Ian Noah Steve. Representing Nauru in the senior, junior and youth competition, Johannes Adam. Representing Guam in the senior competition, Vince Levi Epitaph. We now move to the 61 kilogram category. Representing Nauru in the senior competition, Shadrach Kane. Representing Papua New Guinea in the senior competition, Morea Baru. Representing Fiji in the senior competition, Apkuki Wakan Onibu. Representing Solomon Islands in the senior, junior and youth competition, Freeman Hale. Representing Australia in the youth competition, Jacob Stanbury. Representing Papua New Guinea in the senior and junior competition, Keva Baru. And representing Nauru in the senior, junior and youth competition, Alfred Degraya. Thank you, athletes. You'll now have 10 minutes to prepare for your first competition lift. At the end of the 10 minutes, we're going on the clock in just a second. We will be beginning the competition.
Well, that's a big lineup for the first men's session of the day. Is the men's 49, 55 and 61 kilo division.
And now please welcome the officials who will adjudicate this session of the competition.
We're just going to come back to the main platform because we have our
Now,
officials.
official referee representing New Zealand, Carl Duncan. Referee representing Australia, Mary McKen. Referee representing New Zealand, Pauline Pauling. Chief Marshal representing Australia, Andy Quinn. Timekeeper representing the Cook Islands, Louisa Peters. Technical controller representing Australia, Pedro Sanchez. And representing New Zealand, James Green.
So that's our TO and officials.
And now the jury who are in overall control of the competition. The president of the jury representing Fiji, Dallashaw. Jury member representing New Caledonia, Robert Groldy. And jury member representing Australia, Coral Quinnell.
So by way of protocol, the referees will introduce themselves to the jury table. In the meantime, our athletes are out the back preparing in the warm-up area. We can go and have a glance out the back. Thanks for tuning in at home. Looking forward to bringing you session 2 of the 2024 Oceania Weightlifting Championships from Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland, New Zealand. It's been a big few days. This is part of a Weightlifting Festival, which started last weekend with the Oceania Fitness Cup, part of the Discipline Games events collaboration that we had. Then we had a Masters Tri-Nation yesterday, 60 athletes from the Oceania region, Australia, New Zealand, Oceania, battling it out in a Masters Sinclair competition team format. And now we are into day 1 of the Oceania Championships. We just saw the first women's session. And progressively these guys will warm up and then find their way to the competition platform. And we look forward to bringing you every lift. So we're going to leave you with the holding screen for just a few minutes, and we will be back with you shortly.
Moving things in a mind. What's a mind to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything?
Well, welcome back. This is our lineup this afternoon. Good spread. Big team from Papua New Guinea in these lighter weight categories. Representation: Papua New Guinea, Nauru, Guam, Fiji, Solomon Islands, and Australia. Good spread from the Pacific. That's everything ready to go. So, in the meantime, we're going to set ourselves up, settle in for a big afternoon of the Oceania Weightlifting Championships. First athlete being called to the platform is Lawrence from Papua New Guinea. We're underway.
Oh, that's an easy power snatch there for Lawrence. Lawrence competing, the sole competitor in the 49 kilo youth category.
Yeah, it's a new category for the weight class. Is it a senior category or is it just a youth category?
It's just a youth category because the youths only go up to, is it
Okay.
102, 102 plus for youths, whereas the seniors go to 109 plus.
55 kilos.
So
So Lawrence is following himself. So he is elected for 55 kilos for his second attempt. Taking a 5 kilo jump.
So, no.
55 kilos, second attempt for Lawrence Weber, Papua New Guinea.
So he'll sit patiently. Pedro's just positioning himself exactly in the wrong spot. Thanks, Pedro. Problem with a remote control camera is no one can see it out the back.
All right, so 55 kilos on the bar for Lawrence's second attempt. Okay, comfortable, and the crowd are getting behind him.
Good left. The will require to assume a minimum of 1 kilo increase, so he lowered the bar to 56 kilos. $56 kilos, third attempt, Lauren, change of call, loaded, change the weight to 58.
So a little bit of a slow start. He's following himself for a couple of lifts, but we'll get back into a bit of a rhythm shortly.
Peter Dora, Papua New Guinea, first attempt.
So we've got a first attempt from Ezekiel from Papua New Guinea.
No action. Oh, here he comes. Just managed to get the...
So he's competing in the 55 category as a junior and senior. This is last year as a junior. He was born in 2004, so junior is up to the age of 20.
58 kilos. Oh. Over the back.
A little bit too much power then. Bit of a swing, I think.
Caught it so high. He's got quite a wide grip on the barbell and it makes it hard to stabilize the shoulders in that position.
I find that the wider you go, the more precise you need to be in your catching position.
There's no room for momentum across the shoulders at that point.
58 is still required, but 58 kilo will now be the third attempt.
So 58 kilos is loaded on the barbell. Call is on Lawrence from Papua New Guinea. Here he comes. Lots of crowd support for him.
So this is his third and final lift. Just competing in his own weight class, so he'll just be looking to get a PB.
Oh, not to be.
Plenty of speed in that.
Plenty of speed, yes.
He'll have a bright future, so he's only 14 years old.
14. It's when I started weightlifting, let alone coming onto the international platform.
I think that's, same, I was 14.
Dora is chosen to go up.
Right, and the next call is on Ezekiel for his second attempt. He's from Papua New Guinea.
The second attempt for Peter, Dora, Papua New Guinea.
So he's guaranteed a medal in the junior division. Managed to hold on to it. 2-1, that's all you need.
Later, please, load 61.
Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm trying to figure out what we're doing.
So the call is now on Ezekiel for his third and final attempt at 65 kilos. He has opted for a 5 kilo jump, so he's not going to buy himself any time here.
65 kilos.
I'm just trying to get into the rhythm of changing scenes. Sorry. Here he is. Sitting in between those two.
Changes are normal size weightlifting competitions. Athletes put in weight. They weigh in.
Here to Ezekiel, Papua New Guinea, third attempt, 65.
It's appropriate to increase blood volume in the middle. That pressure happens throughout the competition. So, occurring in the 65 kilos, third attempt, Peter, Dora, Papua New Guinea.
Okay.
Still getting behind Ezekiel here for his last lift. So he wants to try and inch a little bit closer to Adam of Nauru, who's also a junior.
Same result.
Unfortunately, that's a no lift. Coming from Papua New Guinea, it can be a bit of a flight and a bit of a change in climate can have its toll on you.
I'd say they've probably had to go to maybe Brisbane or Sydney and have a transit and get here, and then highly likely that they arrived in the last day or so, so that takes its toll.
Yeah, it's not a short flight. Right.
70 kilograms will be the first
So we
attempt
now
of
have
Australia.
Jacob
Stansby.
Stansby from Australia coming up for his opening attempt at 70 kilos. Competing in the 61 category as a youth. 15 years of age.
It's fast.
Turning 15 in December. Go 14.
It's really fast. His supporters behind us are so loud.
71 kilos.
We're bribing them with drink bottles, and I think they've taken it literally. Oh, I missed the slow-mo on that, John. So I was looking at the wrong shot. Here we go.
75 kilos.
This young man, I saw him come out, and when he got introduced, he got a big roar. And I saw him take a big, deep breath. It's quite overwhelming as a youth athlete to come out on a stage like this and have a crowd.
Having that crowd, eh?
And he did very well. Very dynamic for a tall young man. And the main thing, he'll settle those nerves by getting into the competition like that. So that's really good. So just while we're watching some weightlifting, there's a whole heap of other activations happening. We had an Olympic school talk just before, 45 minutes with the school. There's a few hundred school kids in here. Getting in behind these athletes. Obviously being in South Auckland, this is a really diverse cultural area of New Zealand, and no doubt getting in behind these athletes, they appreciate the support. Good luck. Very tidy, good structure. All the Nauru lifters are genetics. It's just perfect nation for weightlifters.
They produce a lot of good lifters out of there.
Yeah.
World medal holders as well, I believe.
Yukio Peter was a silver medalist at the World Championships in Doha in 2005.
Yeah.
It's my first World Championships that I competed in. He was Commonwealth Games gold medalist as well. Marcus Stephen, multiple-time Olympian and Commonwealth Games gold medalist. So effectively, this sport of weightlifting is Nauru's national sport. Alfred Diego. Oh, he's very strong. So,
Wasn't put off by the wrist wrap falling off.
No,
Managed to stay
good luck.
composed. Alfred competing in the 61 kilo class in the senior, junior and youth division.
yeah, kind of popped off straight away as soon as he pulled it. Doesn't.
For the second attempt of Australia, Jacob Stansby.
Here comes Jacob for his second attempt.
So we've got these two here in contention in the youth division for the 61 class.
He's a very tall athlete for 61 kilos.
Very fast as well for
Such a great receiving position. Got him.
must have a few fast twitch fibers in there.
Yeah, I think once he starts stacking on a bit of muscle, he's going to be a name to look for in the future. He's a name we're looking at right now, but I think he's got a big future ahead of him. Moving that well under the barbell. As a young athlete, he's going to, no doubt, pull out. That's the nature of weightlifting. You'll put on a bit more muscle, and with that muscle comes kilos on the barbell. So call is on Jacob still, but there's a few athletes just sitting around out the back. Aussie coaching team. There's the young man. Hiding in the corner in front of the Taite Auckland Unlimited and Major Events Funds. Thank you, Taite Auckland Unlimited, the Auckland Events arm of the Auckland Council, and the Major Events Fund for allowing us to bring this event to New Zealand. It's a massive event. It's been a huge undertaking, years in the making. Last time we held an Oceania event in New Zealand was 2008. So great to bring this back to New Zealand on a grand scale for our Oceania family.
Out from Jacob for his third and final attempt. He's just trying to strengthen his position here on 79 kilos, or 78 kilos, sorry. Whoa.
To be.
First attempt. Definitely got the speed and power for it. Just needs to control it a little bit more.
Okay.
79 kilos.
Next we have Johannes Adam from Nauru. He's competing in the 55 class. So he competed last year in the Oceania Youth Championships. Ended with a 75 and an 85 snatch and clean and jerk. And he's opening above that already. So looks like training has gone well in the past year. He competes in the 55 kilo senior, junior and youth division as well. So he's basically just going to go up against Ezekiel in the junior division.
Okay, starting to get this workflow going. So the call now is on Kauhuna Ian from Papua New Guinea.
So he competes 55 kilo as well, so he's competing as a senior. He's got the highest entry total with 195 within his weight class.
So this is his opening attempt. He's pretty determined looking.
And that's a good lift. Yeah, he did compete in the last Oceanias and Pacific Games. Finished, unfortunately, didn't manage to post a total, but he did snatch 88 there. So he'll be looking to try and beat that, I assume.
First attempt for one, Vince Levi, Epica.
So at the moment, not much action happening on the platform. Just always have to wait for these athletes to walk through the. This is the first time seeing Guam weightlifting growing in terms of participation, so great to see them here. Vince Levy.
I think they've got a little bit of a program starting there, actually. The Filipino that won the gold medal at the last Olympics is coached by a Guam coach.
Oh, this guy. What? He's pumped.
Yeah.
Crowd's pumped. Took that off the ground like a rocket. Good purchase. Great to have a bit of atmosphere here in the stadium. I know back at home we've got an audio filter so we don't get too much of the background sound in. But it's a good vibe in here. Okay, so Fiji coming to the platform.
Fiji also producing a few good weightlifters back in the day and even today still. Got it. So, Cookie
80 kilo remains on the
nails the opener on 80 kilos.
A little bit forward. He did well to save this. I see he's got those Nike, they like what they call a hybrid shoe.
kilograms.
Between CrossFit and weightlifting?
Yeah, and they don't have such a massive heel on them, and it makes it quite a challenging full snatch with those shoes on.
A high heel does allow you to sit up and under a little bit there.
Yeah. Here comes Naru.
So,
Alfred Diego. 80 kilos, second attempt.
Good lad.
Well,
Please load 81
he
kilos.
looks quite young. How old are we looking at, Alfred?
wow.
Beautiful
Yes,
positions.
he's born 2008, so he'd be turning 16 this year.
Wow. Just so much talent comes out of this country. Oh, the strength is overhead strength for a 16-year-old in these weight categories. Fantastic. So good. Johannes Adam from Nauru. Oh, could be.
His best snatch in international competition is 78, which he just did in the last Oceanias, which was quite late in the year last year, in November.
78. So this is new territory. That was his second attempt, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So his opener was at 75.
82 kilo.
Oh, great stage of your career to be in, where you turn up and open around your best and keep progressing. A lot of these youth athletes annually 10% improvements quite easily, even more so sometimes. There's not a lot of action happening out on the platform. There must be some, well, no, there's not a lot of action happening out back either. A lot of athletes in the waiting area. A lot of action at the board, that's where it's all happening.
Yep.
So
Getting a few changes coming in.
coaches start putting pen to paper over there. Lily pulls it through. And then that creates the order for athletes to come out to stage.
Alfred from Nauru. Unfortunately, a no lift, 2-1, majority decision. So he finishes with a 80 snatch and just solidifies his currently first position. There's still one more youth lifter to come out in that weight class.
Just got a pause on the competition. The referees are looking at that decision. The jury is looking at that decision and adjudicating, is that a good lift or not.
Was it a jury call or a... Oh, yep.
Yeah.
So that is now a good lift. And he has 83 now on the board, which is 8 kilos above his nearest competitor currently, but with the next youth lifter coming out at 85 kilos. Solomon Islands, Freeman Hale. So he's already opening 4 kilos from his previous result from Oceania's.
A couple of steps forward to balance underneath it. I haven't seen those shoes before. What brand are those?
They're 91.
Okay, we have Hival Baru from Papua New Guinea finding his way to the platform.
A relation to Maria, maybe?
Oh, not the start that he'd be looking for. No problem with the power, just the accuracy. Not even too bad with that, just almost overdid it. Well, he's going to have 2 more attempts to go backstage and figure it out. Here they are. There's a bit of a queue. Lots of people sitting there waiting.
We're going to have a little bit of a backlog coming up. So Ian from Papua New Guinea will be battling for a position, first and second, in the males 55 class.
Oh,
And
good save. That was Ford.
Gives him the lead by 5 kilos.
Good save. Referees just there, just that's the head roll back, and he just manages to push back through again. Overall, really tidy lift, just subtly didn't get the head right through. So, as we wait for our next athlete from Guam. Makes his way to the stage.
So this is going to be his competitor for this competition. So this will be to equal him. It won't give him the lead as it was hit first by Ian, but it does keep him in contention for the gold. Bit of wild power there.
Oh, majority decision, good lift. Wasn't as tidy as his first, but when you get 2 white lights, you get off that stage as quickly as possible.
And you do exactly what he did and celebrate the whole way down.
You celebrate everything out of that. We're just finishing off watching our lifter from Guam. He's pumped, but we're going to go out to the main stage because Fiji not wasting any time. Oh, close. Good dismount. He had it right there and just rocked back on those heels. Like I was saying, those shoes, I think those shoes are maybe a little low in the heel for him.
Might be time for an upgrade.
They look flash, but they don't do a great job.
Correction, champion call, 85 kilo remaining. Third attempt for Fiji's Upper Cookie, Wakan Ibu.
Who have we got here?
Boys out the back, waiting patiently. We've got a couple of changes happening.
The call is on Kival from Papua New Guinea on 86 kilos. He missed his opening attempt, so he would like to get this. This is his second attempt.
86 moved a kilo, bought himself some time.
Tactical move from his coaches.
Big stage, big crowd. He's going to need to secure this though.
Does the Pyrosthemas look to the side?
Oh, John's on the super side.
87.
Nearly lost that one again, but he managed to fight this one.
That little right there. He just let it go back.
87.
Well, slight step back to make the correction.
No worry.
He did well. And he's into the competition. That's the main thing that we were looking for.
back into the 55 kilo class between Ian from Papua New Guinea.
This is his final lift. He's only moved 2. So
He's already got the lead here, so I think he's just furthering that lead.
just a note to everyone at home, this is only half of the competition because they come back for the clean and jerk.
Oh.
He left that one forward.
So he'll finish with 85 kilos in the snatch. He'll take that over to the clean and jerk. Currently sitting in first place with one more lift to come from the Guam team.
The third attempt for Guam athlete, Nancy Levi, heavy duck.
Not much action happening. The guy's just waiting patiently. Getting the prep talk.
Yeah, here it comes.
He's 2 from 2. He's an exciting lifter to watch. He's certainly enjoying his time up on the main platform. I think this is new territory for him. 87 kilo snatch.
.37 will equal his snatch from Oceania's last year.
Coaching team in behind. No, not to be. I think that previous lift was right on that limit.
Yeah.
Like he really threw himself at the previous lift. This man certainly has the support. Can he get the lift? That's the question. Oh, the knee went down. As soon as the knee goes down in weightlifting, that's automatically red lights. Getting through these lifts pretty quickly now. Just you'll see the right leg, knee goes down. You can't stand that back up. He probably could have stood that back up, but the rules of weightlifting is the only body part to touch the platform are the feet. So that straight away ruled the lift ineligible. Bar is being loaded to 88 kilograms.
88 kilos, second attempt for Solomon Islands athlete, Freeman Halle.
That's not our athlete. Come out a little bit. Here's our Solomon's athlete. He's going to make his way to the platform. Solomon's recently hosting the Pacific Games.
That's a successful lift on 88 kilos.
It's a super tight slow-mo from John.
For Papua New Guinea lifter, Kevin Peru. Third attempt.
Kevo Baru from Papua New Guinea. This is his final attempt. He's moved up just 2 kilos, missed his first, successful the 1 kilo increment on his second, and now trying to take that through to 88 kilos. Not to be.
Unfortunately, it's no lift, but he does take a 86 kilo snatch, was it?
89 kilos.
So one of these guys there, we'll have a little quick look around the warm-up. Team Solomon's waiting. Fiji at the board. Papua New Guinea at the board. Nauru at the board. We've still got a few people in this comp.
90 kilograms.
Starting to get a little strategic.
Athlete, HADO.
Team Guam. They're only halfway through this event, remember? So, who's that? Morea. Here's a multiple-time Olympian.
How many's he been to?
Quite a few. Freeman. Health.
Good lad. 92 kilos, please.
3 Olympic Games he's been to.
We have left
Morea?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he'll be going for a 4th one
51 kilos.
this year.
First up, 92 kilos, 2%.
Currently trying to qualify here today, but also in Thailand at the World Cup in April.
No. The last event, Thailand, is a compulsory event for all athletes.
Yeah.
So effectively, it's an Olympics before the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, it will be an absolute showdown. I think the difference with that is that your top kind of 5 will just turn up, but then your lower lifters, we'll just watch this first. So beautiful lift.
Good lad.
So while we're watching this, just as I mentioned,
Which is have to go up
we're
1 kilo.
going to have that last Olympic qualifier, and your top kind of 6, I think, will take it easy, maybe even just weigh in.
I think there's also one other thing to consider, though, is that they might also be fighting a countryman in a different weight class, though.
Yeah, true. Didn't think of that.
So each country can only send 3 lifters. So if you have 4 or 5 people throughout the
Okay, I see. So
other
you
weight
want to be,
classes.
particularly, you want to think about your ranking. So there'll be a whole bunch of athletes looking at where they currently rank, especially in those countries like China and I guess who else? The Americas.
Yeah.
They'll all be going, where am I ranked? And how hard do I need to push in this last qualifier?
Yes.
And then you'll have your athletes ranked probably 15 through to 10 and just going crazy, right?
Yeah.
Right, it's an all or nothing event for those.
I think most people have played it quite strategic so far and only competed in a handful of events. I think this one will be the crucial one.
It's I think we might see some all or nothing lifts happening later in this competition.
Yeah. Who do you
Where
reckon's going to be
well,
pushing those kind of boundaries?
you've got to think Sanyeli Male, the super heavy.
Yeah, he needs to chase down David Liddy.
Yeah, and he's got those lifts at training that he needs to do, but he hasn't been able to convert them onto the competition platform.
Yes.
And he's got nothing to lose.
So, Sadrak of Nauru.
This is second attempt, 96.
Competing as a 61 kilo senior. That is a good lift.
Good lift there for Shadrach Khan. 107.
Snaru and lifters, they all just have this generic technique, man. It's so good. Like lift after lift, you'd say, oh, yep.
97.
We've also got genetically pretty good
Quads.
limb lengths and quad strength as well, don't
Yeah,
they?
so when you have a nation genetically that's very similar in build,
Yeah.
I guess it makes it easy to coach technique around it.
Yeah. I guess a very small island as well, so not a lot of variation.
Are you waving?
Kilograms. The other 10 for Marie Shadrach Khan.
Richie
Okay.
thought he had some
Oh, I
fans,
did.
but
I really did. I thought everyone was waving to me, but they weren't. Sorry about that, everybody. That's what's happening out back. Absolutely nothing. So we're starting to get down to our final
two lifters,
two
I think.
lifters. Then there'll be a 10-minute break, and then we'll be into the clean and jerk.
This competition moving pretty quickly.
Have we got through that in an hour, have we? We have. There's Mr. Oceania himself, poor coffer. He's standing right beside a massive screen.
And now he doesn't want to.
Okay, we're going to go back
The
to the
big
main
100
platform.
here. Has he done this before?
This could be a milestone snatch for him. This is first time 100 on the comp platform, at least. Oh, so close. Not to be, and it'll have to wait another day.
We've only got one lifter left. Load the bar to 112 kilos.
So plenty of loaders on hand because we are starting to get to some big weights now. Now we have Morea Baru from Papua New Guinea, 3-time Olympian.
Opening here on 112.
Looking to qualify for his fourth. How does he look continental-wise for qualification?
So he is looking like he is in the lead for the continental spot. I think he's got quite a comfortable lead, actually. So anything he does here today will just be to further that.
Not the start that he wanted.
He does have a 276 total within this qualification period. So anything more than that would be a bonus towards his Olympic campaign. Looks like he has a best snatch of 127. Well within his capabilities.
Just fell out the back on that one a little bit, didn't he?
Did that one at the 2018 Commonwealth Games.
At the moment, not a lot of... He'll have 2 minutes following himself. Be sitting out the back, prepping. He's going to make his way down the tunnel very shortly. I just about caught him, but he's coming out.
Not wasting any time.
No.
Knows it was just a technical.
Well, this is quite a light weight for him, really. I think that was maybe the issue. He got stuck between a power snatch and a full snatch.
There it is.
And he is into the competition. 112 kilograms.
We'll load the minimum increase.
So where does he go from here?
I'd say probably 120.
276 is his best total in the build-up. 120 was the snatch in that lift, in that competition. But he had done a 123 at Oceania's last year.
So was Oceania's last year within the qualification period?
Yes, so that was in November.
Increase the weight to 120 kilos.
But he failed to register a clean and jerk in that
With the
competition.
left.
He'd probably be wanting somewhere around the 120 snatch.
So here he is out back with his coach, Paul Copper.
And I've gone straight to 120 actually, so they're not going to try and buy him any more time.
Taking a big jump to 120 kilos.
So he's out the back waiting. Barbell is ready.
Third attempt, 120 kilos.
So for those wondering why he gets to sit down, he gets a 2-minute clock as he's following himself.
Not that he wants it.
Not that he wants it. He is making his way down the tunnel. So this will give him the opportunity to build his total if he secures this, I think. So it's an important lift in terms of the overall position of his Olympic qualifying.
If he gets this, he can continue to build with his clean and jerk. Oh, and that's a powerful pull.
Similar to his first.
Noted. Ladies and gentlemen.
So it's going to be quite hard for him to build a big total here. Like, we understand his position in the Oceania. He's quite clear favourite with his opening, or his secured lift. We were hoping that he was going to get that one overhead.
Might have some work to do in the clean and jerk, or he might just save it for Thailand.
So that's the results after the snatch. We have just on 9 minutes until the clean and jerk section begins. Meantime, we will we'll leave you in this holding screen until such time as we're back for the clean and jerk.
Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything?
against the Auckland major event fund. Grassroots trust. Also would like to thank our event partners, the NZ Sports NZ, NZ Esports HADO, Disability Sport, Community Leisure Management, and Pure Athletics. We also thank Drops Event Centre, the Trinity Trust, PAD, South Auckland Motors, Weightlifters, and Drug Free Sport New Zealand. This is just over 30 seconds remaining. This clock is to 0. I'll be calling the person forward to begin the preliminary section of the competition.
It's fired. Welcome back to the 2024 Oceania Championships as part of the Weightlifting Festival here in Auckland, New Zealand, Tamaki Makaurau. We are currently in the first day of our competition and have the men's 49, men's 55 and men's 61 kg class competing right now. So we have the opening clean and jerk of the competition coming up. I'll just give you a switch. And there's a good opener there from Lawrence of Papua New Guinea, starting us off with the clean and jerk.
So a fair bit of lifting to get through in the clean and jerk, but good start. Always like to see some rhythm go through. I was just looking at the scoreboard from the snatches. There's a lot of missed lifts on the last attempts, and once you start to see good lifts, it creates momentum through the competition. But once we start to miss, it goes the opposite direction. So that's good to see, a good start to the comp.
I think a few misses start to slow down the competition and can kind of put other lifters off their own lifting as well.
Good to see a great turnout from Papua New Guinea at this event as well. We know they've had a lot of success both regionally and at the Commonwealth Games. Multiple Olympians. In fact, if we're sitting here today, just today, Dikator, a 5-time Olympian, lifted this morning. Morea Baru now, he's a 3-time Olympian. So it's at 8 Olympics between the two of them. My gosh. Most people's Olympic dream is just to get to 1 Olympics, let alone 3 to 5. So here's Lawrence for his second attempt. He's moved up 5 kilos, not wasting any time.
He's the only one in the 49 kilo youth division, so we'll just be looking to
secure his competition. He can really do what he wants now, right?
Yeah, he's got the total, so he's guaranteed that gold medal, and now it's just go for PBs, I think. And a little bit of a 1-2 step there.
Good lead for Lauren. The divide is 76.
So he's just 14 years of age. Definitely lifting more than I was as a 14-year-old, so he'll have a bright future.
Will be the first attempt for Papua New Guinea lifter Peter Dora.
Right. So now we call out the second lifter of this competition. which is Peter Dora also from Papua New Guinea. And he is a comfortable opener there as well. So he's lifting in the 55 kilo men's group as a youth.
All very tidy lifts, and like we're saying, we're rattling through them at a fast rate because they're just coming out, putting them up, walking off. The next athlete can just not have to sit round out the back and wait. Get into the competition. This is our second event of the day. We do have another session following this.
And out comes Lawrence for his final attempt of the competition. So he's had a pretty successful campaign thus far, so this will just be the icing on the cake. Can he stand it up? Oh, he's got the leg strength. How gassed is he though? Oh, it's a good fight. What are the refs gonna say? He's got the down signal. Celebrates.
Oh, majority decision.
2-1. Just got a little bit gassed there from grinding out of that clean.
Yeah.
And just didn't have enough legs left to drive to arm's length in one motion.
We stop the competition. We stop the competition. There is an athlete shown.
If you're watching at home, feel free to drop us a comment. Just make sure you hit the subscribe button.
The referees are revisiting that last lift.
Oh, they're challenging it actually.
Have they challenged it?
They have challenged it. So you are allowed to challenge, is it one per lift or one throughout the whole competition?
You are allowed to challenge in the snatch and clean and jerk. And if you are successful with your challenge card is returned to you.
Yep.
And if you're not successful with your challenge, it is taken away.
We then resume the competition.
So that is still deemed a no lift.
Okay, so it wasn't overturned. It's the first challenge that we've seen of the weekend, or the week, sorry.
Right, now here comes Peter Dora from Papua New Guinea. This is his second attempt. He's taken a 5 kilo jump. Ooh. A little bit of a press out there, I think.
No, all three referees.
Let's just review that one.
83 kilos.
So he made the clean pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
Just couldn't quite get to arm's length straight away.
It's just a little shimmy under it, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that can be a little bit of a downside to that hyperextension, can't it?
It makes it quite noticeable. What's the word? Highlights when you don't quite hit that lockout.
Yeah.
Because you end up going from a straight arm to a hyperextended position, and it makes it look, well, technically it's not a press because you're not pressing the elbow further, but it's establishing the lockout. A lot of sitting round out back. We're back on the main stage though, because Peter Ezekiel from Papua New Guinea
Oh, nice. That's a better attempt there.
Yeah. Did he drop that on his toe? He's done a shuffle off the platform in a hurry.
Please load your bar at 85 kilos.
Let's just have a look when he puts this down. It's a nice stable position. Goes for a couple of steps to stabilize it. Then he
85 kilograms. First attempt to Australia, Jacob Stansbury.
just snuck the toe out of the way.
Maybe just a little skip. Right, back to the platform, and we have Jacob from Australia coming in for his opener. Very fast and powerful lifter. And that's a good lift.
Good lift.
Making light work of 85 kilos.
You mentioned he's quite a tall youth athlete. He's got to have good momentum to get that elevation. That's a long way up.
86 kilograms is not required. There's been a change before. Please load 90.
So the call is changing to Johannes Adam of Nauru. 90 kilos.
90 kilograms, first attempt, direction, changing.
Oh, and the call has changed to Jacob on 90 kilos. So just got him sitting there in our grassroots waiting room. Big thanks to them as our main sponsors. Without them, this competition wouldn't be possible. We also have a few other sponsors as well.
I can rattle through those if you'd like me.
Away you go. We've got time.
Was that a pass?
It was.
So our main sponsors of this event are the Major Events Fund from MBIE, the Taitaki Auckland Unlimited Events arm of the Auckland Council, and Grassroots Trust. And they have contributed significantly for us to bring this event to the Drewdrop Event Centre at the Waka Pacific facility in Manukau. Then we have a whole list of other smaller sponsors that have contributed to letting us bring the athletes here. One being Drug Free Sport and the User Pays Fund, because we are one of the cleanest regions in weightlifting globally. Good clean by Jacob.
He's got a nice smooth catch in that clean position.
Takes the weight to the heels nicely. Those are those Nikes that, again,
That you don't like?
we don't like them. Yeah, just the heel's a little too soft. It's a hybrid shoe.
Yeah.
And a lot of, we'll see a lot of maybe younger athletes wearing them because they were promoted within the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And athletes new to the sport may have found their way into those shoes pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But it seems to be doing the job for Jacob, so
Thing, as long as you got good mobility,
yeah.
not too much of an issue, but if your ankle mobility lacks a little bit,
Yeah, I wouldn't last in those shoes at all.
you need your 1-inch heels, don't you?
No, yeah, I've slowly progressed my heel height over the course of my career to help me with my squat positions. A couple of changes happening out the back. The table. A few other athletes will be either starting or halfway through their warm-ups. So for those wondering what's happening, athletes go through a preparation phase out the back where they go from an empty bar through to potentially just a little bit lighter than what they come out to on the stage for the clean and jerk. And they have to get the timing right. So half the battle is one, lifting, but two, lifting at the right time in your warm-up. Okay, so here we have Johannes Adam from Nauru First attempt, 95. Little bit of a walk, but not too bad.
Yeah. The judges agree, so that's 3 white lights and a good lift.
Good lift.
With the bar at 95 kilograms.
We had we're only into session 2 of the Oceania Championships, but yesterday we had 4 sessions of masters weightlifting with the Oceania Australia New Zealand Tri-Nations, and that was done by way of a Team Sinclair score. And masters, that was a big day.
Who ended up winning that one?
Australia
Ah,
twice, the men's and women's. That was a great little concept though. So here we have Alfred Diega from Nauru. That's a famous weightlifting name as well.
oh, solid, but that wrist straight
Yeah.
coming up again.
Someone needs to go and help him out. I know SBD and Ray's Low are sitting out the front with some wrist straps. Great sponsorship opportunity there. Because the Velcro is gone, unfortunately, on that.
Go get yourself a bargain with some quality at the same time.
Yes. Because he's lucky that it didn't fall down in front of his front foot, because that could be a bit of a hazard for him. I'm just going to get the opportunity just to see this.
As we have Jacob stepping onto the main platform here, so this is for his 3rd and final attempt. And he will set the pace for the rest of the competition as
Oh, close, and he held on to it too.
yeah.
I thought he was going to do us a somersault, but he didn't.
Please load 100 kilos.
He's got a good position in his dip. I don't know, maybe elbows. It's a high elbow position, isn't it? What happened? That was good. Just moving. Not bad though. Not bad. I'm sure next time, quite capable.
Right. And now we have Vinci from Guam.
And a good first half of the.
So he's battling it out for 1st and 2nd place with the Papua New Guinea lifter in the 55 kilo class. Starts this off with a 185 total. And given a number to chase for the Papua New Guinea lifter.
So
I don't know how it got this.
you do replay, you just go to slow motion, not slide follow. Slow motion.
Looked a little bit easier than the last one.
Good lad. Kilo will remain on the mark. 100 kilos. Be the second attempt of Naru's Alfred Piquia.
So now the call is on Alfred again. So this is for his second attempt at 100 kilos. He is competing in the men's 55 class. That's a solid lift there.
Good lad. Please load 101.
So we are getting through this at a reasonable rate. Apologies if myself and Vesta go a bit quiet occasionally.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long few days. We had a massive setup 2 days ago, 12-hour day. We did a 13-hour day yesterday, live streaming the Masters, and now we're on session 2 of this one. These events are long in duration, but even more so in energy consumption. We get bursts of energy, don't we?
Yeah.
Like it comes and goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I need someone to run a coffee for me.
Any takers out there? Richie needs a coffee.
We had a number of schools that come in earlier in the day. They're finished. It's quieting down a little bit in the stadium again, which is actually quite peaceful. Johannes Adam from Nauru. This is his third attempt.
Yeah. We're coming down to the last 3 lifters of the 55 session. That was a grind, wasn't it?
That was a hard clean. Oh, no. It makes it so hard to get out or overhead once you've had to do that much work.
Remain again at 105 kilos.
So he finishes with a 179 total and has given a number for the remaining 2 lifters in that weight class to chase. And here comes Alfred for his final attempt.
Oh, good lift.
Wasn't
Nice.
the easiest of cleans, but he made the jerk
Yeah,
pretty
he's
comfortably.
just patient. Stood there. It's a good process between clean and jerk. Set, reset the grip. Good set of the breath as well. Gets that pressure so when he dips and drives, he's not going to lose that kind of torso position. You can see him set it here. Takes a massive deep breath and then drives the torso straight down, back out, drives the arms in. Like to do that jerk after that clean. Good result for the young man. Okay, so we're going to come back to the main stage.
So this is back to the battle in the 55 kilo senior men's. Right, so that's a good lift. So he's now in the competition.
Second attempt for a Guam athlete.
Currently sitting with a 191 total, so that puts him in the lead with Vinci from Guam in second with 185. And we have Johannes from Nauru, who is finished with a 179, so he's guaranteed bronze.
So second attempt, taking a 6 kilo jump from his first. He looked quite powerful in the snatches, so that should give him some benefit here in the clean and jerk.
Oh.
Just laying out the back. I think that clean took a bit of energy out of him.
So he's currently sitting in second place.
Comes
Probably-
down on the shoulder.
Yeah, he probably needed that one if he wanted to be in for a fighting chance.
Third attempt for Guam. Victor Vinci Levi Emega. 106 kilos.
The call remains on Vinci from Guam. He's following himself. See. Coaches look like they're making some changes. So he might go up and decide to battle for first.
Bit of jostling.
There he is.
Okay, so let's see. Levy is going to have to make this clean a lot easier if he wants to get this overhead. That last one just took a bit too much energy from him. So he wants to catch this and straight out of it. Yeah, I think that was better, eh?
Whoa.
Really does a bit of a twist, almost like he's trying to protect something in his shoulder.
Oh, looks like his knee's going a little bit.
Knee as well. We'll have a look on that slow-mo. I just see him change his shoulder position. Back knee as well, yeah. Maybe he's carrying something that we didn't know about. But he has made a total and made it to the podium.
Yep, finishes with second place. Not a bad day in the office.
So the call is on
Second attempt for Papua New Guinea.
Noauri from Papua New Guinea.
So this is just to further his lead. He's guaranteed himself gold here. So anything from here for him is just a bonus now. Whoa. That's a no lift.
You leave the basket at 109 kilograms. It'll be for the third event of Papua New Guinea, Ian Noah Arena.
So the call is currently on Gahuna from Papua New Guinea, so he'll be following himself. Here's a 2-minute call. We have Fiji sitting there waiting patiently, as he is the lifter to follow.
So how many lifters do we have to come in to the competition still? 5? 5 lifters still yet to enter the competition.
I at 5. And then also,
And so far, we've only had 2 that have been successful with their final attempt.
change table's looking pretty quiet, and out comes Gahuna from Papua New Guinea. Whoa.
Just too heavy.
It was a good effort. Unfortunately, not enough.
Please load 110 kilos.
Whoop. Getting a close-up of some coaching staff there. And now Fiji is coming out to the main platform for his opening attempt. He is competing in the men's 61 class as a senior. Little bit of a shaky elbow on that one. See what the referees have to say. He got 2-1, no lifts.
Leave the basket at 110 kilos.
Hello, Vesta.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I'm taking over for Richie P for a little bit.
Okay. Do we want to stop? Or we're good?
We're good?
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty, that was an exciting lift.
Yeah, that was his opener, which he unfortunately had a small press out on.
Well, let's see if we can make those corrections and
Yeah.
come back strong. In the meantime, we have our next lift then. As we head back to the main platform.
Right, so here is Freeman from the Solomon Islands. Our remaining lifters are all in the 61 kilo category, so they'll all be fighting for medal contention. And that's a comfortable opener for him, so that puts him on the board.
Good lift.
Nice and tidy.
Gets that out of the way and can start focusing on what he needs to do for the medals now.
So now once that, yeah, you've got your total and now you're thinking, where am I going to place myself? Who am I competing against?
What do I need to beat them? Right.
Alrighty, let's
Puki from Fiji.
see if we can make those corrections. And
So
get
he
this
needs this one to get into the competition before he starts jostling for placing.
All right,
That's
good
a
lift.
good lift.
Now, I saw a bit of a twist of the shoulder, but it doesn't seem
Yeah.
to be an issue.
No, so only movement within the elbow is a problem. Sometimes the shoulder rotation can give the perception that you're pressing out, but the ultimate thing is that the elbows remain locked.
He did well to recover there. Got the thicker one. He's now in the competition. Let's see what he can do for his last one.
So we now have a call for Keval Baru of Papua New Guinea. So he is coming out on 113.
Fantastic numbers given their bodyweight categories that were.
Yeah, they're only weighing 61 kilos, so some of these people are going to get up over double body weight. That's a pretty solid jerk. Just taking a couple of steps.
Nicely done. I think it's quite remarkable that they're lifting, well, we're getting close to double body weight. Even just lifting your body weight over your head is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
To the everyday folk, myself included. I would be stoked if I could put that much above my head, but we'll get there one day.
Some people only dream of squatting double body weight, and these guys are putting it over their heads. So.
Well,
Right.
plenty more to come.
So Freeman from the Solomon Islands. Currently sitting on a 200 total. Currently in the lead by 1 kilo. So this is to further his lead. Brought over a pretty strong snatch. He's got in the down early, so I'd say the judges saw an infringement there.
Oh, talk us through it.
Oh, let's have a look, shall we? He's got quite a wide grip in that jerk.
A very wide grip, yeah.
So it just looked like his left elbow there just had a slight wobble. We do have a lot of strict referees here in the Oceania region and specifically in New Zealand as well. So they're tough people to convince.
Well, everyone held to a high standard, but we're seeing some top quality lifting, so I'm sure
So
those corrections
Freeman
will be made.
was going to follow himself, so his coaches have made a change. And Keval Baru from Papua New Guinea will now be the lifter to be called out at 115 kilos. This will be so that he can take the lead. He's currently 1 kilo behind the Solomon Islands. Oh, and he's gone up now. So the call is back on Freeman. He could have played that a little bit more tactically and let the clock run down start, so that would have burnt the Solomon Islands clock, which is a tactical play that coaches can use, but obviously it was not used in this situation. And Freeman looks like he is ready to come out anyway.
Yeah, haven't seen too much tactical gameplay, I'll say. It's been very much come out and lift and then go back and come out and
Yeah.
no one's running down the clock really.
No, these guys don't seem to need the rest. Right, just needs to lock it out. Oh, so close.
So close. Let's have a look at that one.
What have we got there? He's got quite a wide grip.
It's very wide. It's probably the widest I've seen.
Yeah. It does allow for you to not have to elevate it as high, because obviously the closer your hands are, the higher you've got to go a little bit, but it does mean you need to be more precise in when you're placing it. So that one was just a little bit out in front, which meant he had to chase it, but didn't have the room on the platform. Right, Keval Baru from Papua New Guinea coming out for his second attempt at 116 kilos.
Getting very close to that double weight.
Currently sitting in second place with a 199 total. So this is to take him to 205. No, 202, sorry. And he's got it.
So we're waiting for him to be stable there, and that looks like it's a good lift. Let's see what the judges say.
Good lift.
3
Good
weights.
lift.
So it's currently sitting in first place with 202 is Papua New Guinea. Second place is the Solomon Islands with a 200. And now we have a call on Fiji.
Ah, this will be his third and final attempt. Let's see how he gets on.
So he's taken a 6 kilo jump here. Don't think this will get him into an extra placing here. Maybe as a junior. Oh,
No lift.
unfortunately, a
No
little bit
lift.
too heavy there.
We load the bar to 117
Tough
kilos.
clean.
Yeah, did well to stand up out of that, but just ran out of leg strength to drive that one. And you can see he just never really reached lockout.
So what's running through your mind after you've just pushed through a tough clean, and then you've got to put that weight overhead?
For me, I was quite confident in my jerks. I always knew if I cleaned it, I'd jerk it. So even if I was a little bit gassed,
First attempt for Nauru.
needed to focus on my rhythm and where I needed to put the bar.
Okay, so you're saying rhythm. Can you, for the layman, what do you mean by that? Oh,
Throwing me on the spot
oh,
now.
of course. That's why I'm here. Just to ask you the tough questions.
So you want to keep the bar on your chest. Sometimes you can rush the lift and the bar will escape your chest as you're dipping. That can throw you off a little bit. So you want to keep that bar nice and controlled. You also want to dip back up without jarring yourself. So it's just keeping that rhythm of the bar, and especially on the heavyweights, the bar starts to whip a little bit. So you just want to time that bounce and keep that rhythm and have your arms lock out at the same time as your feet land.
Okay, well, we have our next lifter, Kane, coming out for his first attempt. Let's watch back his replay once he's done, and we can talk through that rhythm again.
All right, so we're just probably 2 kilos shy of a double bodyweight clean and jerk now.
Not far from it at all.
So this will be to take the lead pretty comfortably. So that puts him on a 216 total,
216.
well above his nearest competitor at 202.
Cool. So now he's sealed first place for his category.
Not quite. So we still have one more lifter to come out, which is Moria Baru from Papua New Guinea. He currently is a 150 registered opener. So if he gets that, he's quite comfortably won, I'd say. Unless someone's going to take a...
Quite a large jump.
Yep.
Yes. Alrighty, back into the action.
So Kadal Baru, third and final attempt in the clean and jerk. 4 kilo jump, so this is just to extend his position from third place.
Not quite there, unfortunately.
We load 125
That
kilos.
initial dip.
He's got nice control of it as he goes down, but unfortunately probably just a little bit too heavy and couldn't quite get it to where he needed it to be. Right, now back to the main platform. We have the loaders here lifting the most weight of the day, putting on 2 slabs of beef, which are the 2 reds.
125 kilos.
Let's get
Nice
a
and
close up
tasty.
of that.
For Shadrach Kane
You
of
can
Nauru.
bring in. There you go.
That's a
Now,
nice shot.
How much of an intimidation factor does it have, or do you kind of get past that very
Oh no,
early
this one's a milestone. So
milestone lift?
yeah, getting 2 reds on the bar. There's a goal. So these guys are now on double body weight. This to further his lead by an extra 5 kilos. Very strong clean. Oh, good jerk there.
Nicely done.
That's a good lift from me. Do the refs agree? Yep.
Alrighty.
John let me down on the slow-mo there.
I can show you this clean in slow-mo, but not a jerk, unfortunately. We will catch his next lift. He still has one more attempt. And because he's also the next lifter, he gets a bit more time. Probably need a little bit more time at this point in the competition. It's been a lot. You know, we only see 6 lifts, but in the warm-up area, you're doing quite a bit.
Yeah, you're probably taking an extra roughly 8 lifts before you're out on the platform. Depending on the person, some give or take. Some people like to do big jumps, some people like to do small ones.
And in a situation like this, where we're starting off with about 70 kgs as or that kind of range as one of the openers, how do you wait and only start your lifts or your preparation about 10-15 minutes before you get to where you need to be, or do you stay warm the whole
You're
time?
probably not looking at the numbers that are being registered on the board, but more the attempts that are before you.
Ah, right, okay.
So whether or not the starting number is 70 or 100, the number of attempts might still be 10 or 15.
Ah, okay.
And you want to sort of make sure you're all warmed up kind of 2 lifts before you're meant to come out. 2 to 3. I preferred 3. Especially as I got older, I couldn't bounce back as strong.
Oh, the perils of aging, eh?
Yeah.
Although after our last session, seeing a 5-time Olympian still going super strong, I don't think I can use that excuse as much.
Dekatoa does not let age stand in her way.
Not at all. What a treat it was to see her in action.
And now we have Shadrach from Minaru for his 3rd and final attempt. He's guaranteed himself the silver here. So he must be going for a PB on this one. 130 is a pretty decent weight, especially for a 61 kilo lifter. Oh.
Just missed it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think he quite reached lockout, which prevented him from being able to recover that weight securely.
Didn't have the height.
No, it was just a little bit in front, I think.
Right.
Yeah, definitely could have gotten it if he had timed that split with the catch.
Is the aim to have your feet land at the same time that you reach full extension?
Yeah, roughly.
150 kilos for the first
Oh, and now we have 150 kilos being loaded for Moria's first attempt. So if successful, this will put him straight to the lead. He is the final lifter, so he'll be following himself on each attempt. Currently sitting in a pretty good position for the continental spot for Paris 2024.
That's pretty exciting. I guess that might be going through his head. Let's see how he gets on.
Nice, and that's a very good opener. Got quads on him.
Wow. That was very snappy.
Yeah. So he currently sits in a good position with a 276 total. What he'd want to do here today is probably strengthen that position. So he's got a 112 snatch. So in order to beat 276, what would he need to do? 164. 164 would equal 276, so 165.
That's a big jump.
Well within his capabilities. I think he's done something like that before, actually.
All right. While Vesta does some background hunting, figuring out what he's capable of. Certainly, looking at that replay, you can see that was no big chance for it. So looking forward to seeing what it brings out next. Still got plenty of time on the clock.
Yep. So his best clean and jerk is 164, which he did back in the Olympics of 2016. Yeah, so he'd probably want to get up around 165. Don't know if he, yeah.
Okay, so this could potentially be new territory. All right, well, he's taking on 10 kgs. That leaves you nice and primed to take on 5 more.
Yep, so this will be a stepping stone, I think, towards 165 on his third and final attempt. So, let's see him make light work of this 160. Where is he? So he's out in the warm-up room, he's prepping. Right. Muria Baru of Papua New Guinea. 160. I think we're well over double body weight
That's
now.
100 kgs more than he weighed. What? You got to appreciate that. It's amazing.
Whoa. Unfortunately, just a little bit too heavy, so I might have be stand corrected. I think he's been to 2 Olympics. I think I might have said 3 earlier. So he's trying to get to his third now. We'll see a slow motion of that jerk.
Was it his knee that came down too far?
I think his back knee does come down to a little bit far, but that's he's always done that. So that's his style.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that one just didn't get quite high enough for him to sneak under it. So he does need to go to 165 if he wants to further his position in the...
Well, a great athlete once said, you solve your problems by adding more weight.
I believe it was when in doubt, add more weight.
Alrighty, well, let's see if he takes on your advice. If not, we can send you out back. You know where he is.
I'll
got
take over the coaching.
Yeah.
Right. Looks like he's getting ready. Sitting in the grassroots trust warm-up area.
And how fantastic is that? It's such a nice setup back there. They've helped so much bringing this event to Auckland, New Zealand, and Tamaki Makaurau. And we're very grateful for their contribution and help. As we head into the last lift of the session.
Moria. So he's just going to go for the 160. 160 did look a little bit heavy in the jerk, so this might be a wise decision. The clean is looking pretty comfortable though when you got quads like that. Weights like this don't feel like anything. And there's the clean. Right, needs to reset. And drive it. Oh, that was a better attempt, but just too heavy for the day. He'll have one more opportunity to do that in Thailand in the end of March, start of April.
Well, we wish him all the best for that. And we are extremely grateful to all of our athletes. Oh, I think you've got the start list up there. Can you?
Don't know what I have up there.
If you scroll down a little, you might
I
see.
might have this
the
final
final.
results.
There we go.
I've got the snatch results. There we go.
That's
The final
after
results. And now, hold on. Still don't know what I'm doing.
Do we have the last one, finalist?
Is that one?
Yeah. Okay.
Not my fault. Yeah. So I
well, those
will.
results will be published online, so we can check them out after. Until then, we're so grateful to have you with us for the session. There's still plenty more action to come throughout the rest of the week. So do join us. We'll be on YouTube. If you are in Auckland, do come down to the Dewdrops Centre. It's in Monaco and free attendance. So come bring the family. It is very much welcome, well, open for everyone, and you're more than welcome to come.
Yeah. And for now, we will see you in the next 45 minutes.
I think we'll stay on, keep the video on for presentation,
Okay.
and then we'll be back with the next session.
But for now, have a look at this video.
Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything?
We move on to the 55 kilogram category youth. Our gold medalist representing Nauru, Johannes Adam. Congratulations. And now the 55 kilogram junior competition. I first of all call forward our silver medalist representing Papua New Guinea, Peter Dora. And now our gold medalist in the junior 55 kilogram competition representing Nauru, Johannes Adam. Congratulations, athletes. And now in the 55 kilogram senior competition, our bronze medalist representing Nauru, Johannes Adam. Our silver medalist representing Guam, Vinci Levi Epidag. And our 2024 Oceania Senior Champion gold medalist representing Papua New Guinea, Ian Nuari. Congratulations. Please stand for the national anthem of Thank you, athletes, and congratulations. Now we move into the 61 kilogram category. 61 kilogram youth. Our bronze medalist representing Australia, Jacob Stansbury. Our silver medalist representing Nauru, Alfred De Gia. Our gold medalist representing the Solomon Islands, Freeman Hulley. Congratulations, athletes. And now the 61 kilogram junior competition. Representing Nauru, our bronze medalist, Alfred De Gia. Our silver medalist, representing the Solomon Islands, Freeman Hulley. And our gold medalist representing Papua New Guinea, Kevau Boo. Thank you, athletes. And finally, the senior competition, the bronze medalist representing Papua New Guinea, Keval Baru. The silver medalist, representing Nauru, Shadrach Kane. And our 2024 senior gold medalist for the 8th time, representing Papua New Guinea, Moray Baru. Congratulations, athletes, and thank you all. And thank you, Mr. Cotter. Ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to seeing you